Hello and welcome to today's video that is brought to you by myself. If you appreciate my content and you think that you learn something from my videos, you could contribute a bit to the channel by using this link or the link in the description to the Buy Me a Coffee website. It is not a subscription, it is a one-time donation. You can do it as often as you want and you can also decide the amount. And I always appreciate it a lot because I like to drink coffee. In today's video I'm going to work on this violin. It is an instrument that I bought last year, but it needs some attention. The usual things that have to change are the pegs, strings, bridge, sound post and chin rest. But I also want to work on the fingerboard. This fingerboard is not ebony, it is hardwood. I don't like that so much, it is too soft and it gets damaged too easily. As you see, it is already damaged. It is also a bit too thin. I should plane it, but I am afraid that then there won't remain enough wood. I want to change the projection as well. The neck is not deep enough into the body and that makes that the projection is a little bit too high. So I'm going to remove maybe 1 millimeter at the end of the neck so that the projection goes a little bit lower. This bridge is also pretty high. The new bridge will be a little bit lower as well. For the rest, there is a very small crack here. I'm going to glue that. It is a simple instrument, but I like the varnish and it has a little bit of flaming in the back. I think that it could make someone very happy. I will start as always by removing the fittings. Now it's even easier to see the damage on the fingerboard. Now let's see if I have luck with removing the fingerboard. Will it come off easily in any one piece or hard and in several pieces? Unfortunately, I am not lucky. And you can see that it broke where it was already broken. To remove the remaining wood and the glue, I will soak a piece of paper in water and put it over it. In this way the glue will become loose and I will be able to clean it easily in a couple of hours. The neck is clean. That means that I can start working on the fingerboard. First of all, I will mark the end of the fingerboard on the neck. And now using the neck, I will mark its width on the fingerboard so I can plane it. I had to plane only one side and not so much, so that is already done. I'm going to mark the height of the edges and work on the upper side of the fingerboard. The upper side is now good enough. It is not completely finished, but I will finish it on the instrument as I always do. Now I can turn the fingerboard upside down and finish the underside. The fingerboard is ready. Now I want to work on this surface of the neck. As I said at the beginning, the projection towards the bridge is too high. I just measured it, and here at the edge of the fingerboard it is 24 millimeters. So I can go down to 2.5 millimeters. Here it is also too high. I will correct that. I will plane with a small plane this part, and I will have to measure it often so I don't go too low, of course. Now I think it's okay. Let me measure it, and this is 21, and here we have 6.5 millimeters. That is right, the correct measurements. I can glue the fingerboard in place, but before I want to clean up a little bit this part. Now that the fingerboard is off, I can reach it easily. And so the fingerboard can now dry. The glue is dry, so I can remove the clamps. There we go. There is some cork on the fingerboard, but this is easy to clean up. I'm going to finish up the sides. The fingerboard is wider now than the neck. I always leave it a bit like that. And then finish the curve and go ahead. The fingerboard is ready. That means that we can go to the next step. I have to make the knot. Okay, the upper nut is also ready. Now I can start working on the rest of the fittings, starting on the pegs. I'm going to put standard ebony pegs, as I always do. With the pegs in place, I can move on to the soundpost. Next is the end button. This is a very thick end button, so I have to use my extra large custom-made peg scraper. And last but not least, the bridge. All the fittings are ready. The last thing that I want to do is to clean the instrument a bit. Here in the corners you see that it is white, and that is because of in the past someone has used this Super Nico to clean the instrument, but this leaves a whitish residue that you have to clean when you are done. They didn't clean it, so I will have to do it. A bit of water and a brush will do the job. The instrument is clean again. Now I can polish it and mount it. And so we are at the end of the video. Another instrument that is ready to play, ready to be tuned and played. Thanks for watching once again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!